you know, sometimes you have to be a dick. That's your role as a teacher, that's your role as an adult, as like a supervisor of these kids, right? You have to, gotta stand your ground. Hey everyone, Charlie here again with camera in hand and douchiest sunglasses in the world on face. Seriously, worst things ever. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about one of the biggest like hurdles I think I face, and I think many teachers face when they come here to teach, or maybe it's the same if you're teaching anywhere, and that's discipline. Actually, in training, right, one of the things that they focus on a little bit were the different ways you can discipline or keep order in your classroom, and they range from the usual, right? Like if things aren't going well in a game and people are getting like out of hand, change the game, right? Or if people are too quiet in a game, again, change the game. Or lead by example, be excited yourself, blah, 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 lots of different things, right? And those things are all well and good. And I would say 95% of the time those things are enough, right? Especially if you can sort of lead by example, right? And show everybody in the classroom that you are really not just in control, but you're enjoying it, right? You're getting into it, then the students are much more likely to get into it, and your class flow is a lot better, right? And fun is the name of the game in Kaiwa for sure. But it doesn't always work. And this is something I'm finding out now, is that once kids get a sense that maybe you are, right? they smell blood in the water type thing, and they understand that you aren't maybe the type of person who's familiar and comfortable with more, not corporal punishment, of course, no hitting or hanging or anything like that allowed, but that you aren't interested in those more negative forms of discipline and classroom control, can very quickly like get out of control. And that's something I'm dealing with now. And so the lesson that I'm learning very quickly is that sometimes you really have to be a dick if you want to survive and thrive in this sort of environment. Just to give you guys an idea of some of the things that I've done so far, the first thing I did when I came in as a new teacher, especially at my school where teachers just kept leaving and leaving and leaving, and the kids just sort of expect you to leave, so they don't necessarily, why get attached to somebody, right? I can understand that mentality. So the first thing I did was institute the star system, where if the kids behaved and they got involved and they tried, right? It wasn't about their English ability, it was about them trying. Then they got a star on the board. And once they got to 10 stars, they got a special sticker in their sticker book. So every week I go out and buy like Mickey stickers or whatever the case may be, or like a Pokemon stamp from the Gashapon machine that they can put in their book. And that's worked out really well, and that's solved like the majority of my problems, is that sort of soft like behavioral discipline. But now I have a couple students where it's like, okay, they think I'm a joke, or they've thought of a joke rather. And so you may have seen the tweet a couple of weeks ago where they hid my games activities, and I was like, all right, that's fine. We'll work from the book the entire class, right? So the thing too, I don't know if it's the same for other people with similar experiences, but I didn't know how far I could go in disciplining. Like, of course I'm not going to yell at the kids, I'm not going to do anything physical, but could I threaten to throw them out of class, or actually throw them out of class, right? Could I send them to talk to the manager of the school? And now that as I became more comfortable in my school setting, I realized that yes, I can do those things, right? And more often than not, the threat is enough, right? If I point to the door, that they don't want to go out there, they don't want to talk to the manager because they know that she's an awesome person, but having been part of like the Japanese school system, right? I mean, they understand that they're going to get a lot worse from her than they're going to get from me, probably. So, and it's things like that, but it's also stopped being so nice with that star system I mentioned before, is that it's all well and good when the kids are getting the stars, but as soon as you take them away, right, you have to take them away, of course. And I don't want to belabor the point, as I'm sort of want to do, but for all you new teachers out there, or I guess even you teachers who are still struggling as I have been a little bit, I mean, don't be afraid to take the gloves off a little bit. You know, sometimes you have to be a dick. That's your role as a teacher, that's your role as an adult, as like a supervisor of these kids, right? You gotta stand your ground. So let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear examples of things you've had to do to sort of discipline a class, and maybe ways that you never really wanted to, right? Maybe you wanted to be the nice guy like I did. Yeah, let me know in a comment. We'd always love to hear from you guys. And on that note, thanks always for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.